Oh, welcome back to my home and to episode 2 of Yes, That Is Something That Happened in the Bible. Also on this episode, I have my assistant director, Fable. Fable has sacrificed her cat tree to be a tripod. Now, there may be 104 days of self-isolation until a vaccine comes around just to end it. So the question for those who are stuck at home is finding a good way to spend it. Like making videos about Bible stories that make people just slightly uncomfortable. Now, I was actually wondering if people would want to watch any more of this because while Dinah and Shechem is one of my favorite stories, I know it's not everyone's favorite. Well, the people have spoken, and they want more. For some reason. To be honest, I was really glad that people enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. So, time for another Bible story. I did get a lot of suggestions from people, and either from the comments or messaging me or putting on Facebook when I shared this, and that's all great. I've been writing them down, and hopefully we'll get to them in future episodes. But for today, I was trying to think of what Bible story I wanted to share. What's another one of my favorites? And then it hit me. I know what I'm going to do today. And it's actually important to me because I named my bike after the main character, which of course is the highest honors anyone can receive. The person I bestowed this glory on is Phineas. He is one of Aaron's sons and one of the first Levitical priests. So why do I hold this person in such high regard that I would name one of my favorite modes of transportation after him? Is it because how he led the people after his father Aaron died? Is it because of his faithfulness to God? Yes, those are all good reasons, but the main reason why I named my bike after Phineas is because he impaled 2 people while they were having sex with a spear. Let's begin. So, this is the scene. The Israelites are about to enter the Promised Land once again, which is modern-day Israel. They were going to enter it before, but they got really scared, and then God made them wander around the desert for 40 years, and so now they're back, getting ready to enter it for real this time. The Israelites currently are camped out at this place called Moab. The king of Moab is just freaking out. So the king of Moab decides to hire a prophet, Balaam the prophet. Balaam also has a talking donkey, but that's not really important right now. The king of Moab tells Balaam, Balaam, Moses and the Israelites are going to conquer me. So the king of Moab wants Balaam to come and curse Israel. But God stops Balaam from being able to do that. So instead, Balaam comes up with an alternate idea. Just get the Israelites to sleep with the women from Moab. If Moab has to fight Israel, it'll become a lot easier because they will have some divided allegiances, because there'll be men in Israel that'll be like, hey, yeah, I want to fight for Israel, but that Moab woman's really cute. It's kind of like this. When my assistant director, Fable, jumps up on top of the refrigerator and I need to get her down from there. Now, I could do the direct route and battle with her by trying to pick her up and bring her down, but most likely I'm just going to get scratched in the face. So instead, I go and get the laser pointer and I point that at the ground and she comes down right away because she wants to catch that little red dot. Where is Fable? Balaam's plan works. Men from Israel start sleeping with women from Moab, and they not only start sleeping with them, but they start worshiping their god Baal. God is not too happy about this. A plague breaks out in the middle of the camp of Israel, and people start dying from it. So Moses gets his leaders, and it says his judges around him, and he has a plan. Let's kill all the people that are sleeping with all the women, and that will get rid of the plague. You might be thinking, that seems a little extreme, but you gotta realize, the people of Israel know that the reason why people are dying is because men are sleeping with women from Moab, and I think nobody exemplifies this knowledge of what's going on and just lack of care about other people than the dude I'm about to tell you about. Moses has gathered his leaders together, right? And he's telling them this, he's telling them plan, and they're praying to God. They want a different way. They're like, if there's any way we can get rid of this plague, they're weeping about this. They're weeping over the fact that people are dying, that they're going to have to kill their fellow Israelites. And while they're just devastated about how serious a situation they're in, this total bro named Zimri starts walking in with a Moabite woman. And he's heading towards his tent, and it's very clear from their intentions what they want to do. Now, you might think, okay, well, maybe Zimri's just a very young man and he's too young to realize the situation that's going on. No, he isn't. You see, we're told that Zimri is actually one of the heads of the clans of Simeon, so this is a leader in Israel. He might have actually supposed to have been with Moses and that group of people who are weeping and crying over this and praying about, God, please take away this plague. This would be like, you're working at a grocery store, the main manager gets everybody around and is like, hey guys, I know it's really tough right now with the virus and everything that's going around. If we work together, we can get through this situation. And while your manager is giving that nice pep talk, Greg, the assistant manager, walks in and is like, hey guys, sorry I'm late. I have a cough and a fever, and I have snot all over my hands, but I thought it would be good to come in. Don't worry, I already went and touched all the fresh vegetables with my ungloved hands. Hey, who wants a hug? Understandably, some people get upset about this. And one of those people is Phineas. Phineas decides to take matter into his own hands. He also decides to take a spear into his own hands. This brings us to our key verses for this story. Numbers 25, 7-8. When Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose and left the congregation and took a spear in his hand and went after the man of Israel into the chamber and pierced both of them, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. Thus the plague on the people of Israel was stopped. Let's unpack this. First, how oblivious or maybe how eager do you have to be to not notice that there's a guy following you to your tent and he has a spear in his hand and he's not looking very happy? And second, he impaled both of these people at the same time with his spear. I guess when a big part of your job is cutting up animals to prepare them for sacrifice, you get jacked. And so, the plague is ended. Phineas gets blessed by God for his zeal. Israelites will go on to fight and defeat Moab. And I like to think that when the king of Moab sees Balaam's plan backfire on him, sitting there, shaking his fist, yelling, "Curse you, Balaam the prophet!" The end. So why did I name my bike after Phineas? He is a man of God. He is faithful and strong-willed. He's a man that takes action. But most importantly, it's because my bike flies along the ground, cutting through the air like a spear. Oh, there you are, Fable. I hope you enjoyed Hope you enjoyed this second episode of Yes, That Is Something That Happened in the Bible. If you did like it, please leave a comment below. Let me know of any suggestions of any Bible stories you would like to know. I'd like to see this to continue to grow, and the best way that can happen is if you share this with your friends. I know it's cliche, but the whole like and subscribe thing does also help. Anyways, thank you for watching, and have a good day.